G'day friends, welcome to today's YouTube video. My name is James, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is Collage Club for November 2023, and before I get started, I wanted to make a little announcement. For Collage Club December 2023, I have decided to open up suggestions. I know I don't usually do this, but I have had people suggest things in the past, and I've tried to make it work if it works out, but you know me, I always just do what I feel like doing anyway. But I feel like, as a bit of a Christmas special this year, I wanted to open up the floor. So get in the comment sections and put down literally anything. It doesn't have to be Christmas related, but whatever you would like to see in Collage Club for December 2023, I will make an actual special effort to include, I mean, depending on how many comments there are, how varied the responses are. Like if something takes me 3 days to do it, I'm not quite sure if I'll get there to do it, but if I can, I will absolutely work in as much of that as humanly possible. So please put your comments, your suggestions for what you would like to see in Collage Club for December 2023 in the comments below, and I will get around to it. Do it pretty quickly actually, because I'll start working on these pretty much right away, so I wouldn't leave anything too late towards the end of November, because by that point it'll pretty much already be done. So within the next few days, if you can do it in this video while you're watching, that would be lovely. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into it. There are 5 sheets. I printed on matte sticker paper this month. Just felt like doing matte. I don't know why. The glossy was irritating me because of the squeaking in my thing. I was printing a lot of photos beforehand and the squeaking just really got to me. So I don't know, that's the reason I chose matte this month, but it looks really, really beautiful. Some of the colors are just a little bit darker and deeper. I changed the setting on my computer again. I did the matte photo paper, but I also intensified some of the colors, like the pink and the blue and the black. And so it's a little bit richer, which I really like, but some things got a little muddled. So as always, just kind of check the files and do what you need to do for your printer. Every different type of printer, every different type of paper, it's going to give you a different result. So all I can say is put it on the best settings and cross your fingers. This is a whole bunch of 1920s themed stuff from the Goring 20s, which was the show that I did at Not Scary Farm last, like Halloween season. So I know it's kind of Halloween-ish, especially like some of the like the kind of cracks on the skin, and if you were following my journey along there, hopefully you saw some of those videos and this looks a little bit familiar to you. I just did all of these and I wanted to include them because I've been sharing them on social media. That's what we do in Collage Club, and these are the actual finished pieces. Originally I had the sketches up there, but I did the finished pieces as gifts for my castmates, so I decided to put the finished pieces in here, the men's one and the women's one. This was actually a concept sketch for what I was going to do to put everyone together, but I ended up liking them individually, so I didn't end up doing this one. So this is actually still the concept sketch, and then there was a bunch of other concept sketches just to see what style I wanted to do it all in. I went back and referenced Virtual Voyage 3 because we did a lot of the 1920s Art Deco illustration for The Great Gatsby. Excuse me. A bit dry. So these are some of the sketches that I was using. I kind of like this style too. She looks really fun and wonky, very dancey. And then this is a really random inside joke, but I colored it digitally and I feel like it kind of turned out well, so put it in here. I'll tell you the inside joke actually. When we're up for the Goring 20s, we prepare up on the balcony. We do the whole shop on the balcony, and the band has a little stage set up there, and on the back there are these lights that kind of shoot up into the sky. And before that, we'd actually had this praying mantis that would kind of hang around on the balcony where we would stretch. And so I was stretching, and then there was suddenly a praying mantis there. I didn't know what it was at first, so I kind of screamed. And then we realized it was just a very harmless praying mantis that hung around. And we didn't think much of it until she returned. And then one day we found her on the lights at the back of the little setup for the band, and she was just kind of like moving her hands over the light. It looked like she was dancing over the light and that she was in her spotlight, and so we gave her a name. We called her Amanta, and then this whole backstory kind of developed, and it was just the hilarious inside running joke about Amanta, who was kind of our mascot for the Goring 20s. So I ended up drawing Amanta in her one-woman show. She's wearing the same costumes that the girls wear in the show. There's this boa, which is actually the boa we had on the balcony. There used to be, if you saw it, there was this big kind of orange and black, metallic-y, goldy, whatever, banner that was boa, that was across all of the balconies. And originally it was across where we danced as well. And it was just so big that you kind of blocked the sight line of us even dancing. And originally they weren't going to take it down. And I think they went and saw it and they were like, oh yeah, it does block a lot. So we had this running joke with the boa as well. So she's wearing that boa. and I just love it. I think it's hilarious. So Amanta, that's where that joke is from. She was our unofficial mascot. Actually, I would say she's official. She was our official mascot and running inside joke. She was originally a sketch too, but I finished it as a part of a present. I don't know if you saw this on my Instagram, but I made sticker sheets and like some random stickers and some prints for my castmates. I was very proud of that gift. I've never really made gifts like that for my cast members before because I've always been in casts where it's like 30 plus people, and so it just becomes way too impossible to do anything, you know, kind of grand. For lack of a better term, I don't think this is grand, but it was a lot of effort. So I figured since it was just 5 people that I was doing it for, it was finally the time I could go and put all of my silhouette cutting skills to use and make a whole bunch of fun little gifts. I had a great time. Absolutely loved it. We'll commemorate the Goring 20s is one of my most favorite experiences. I have a bunch of favorites, and that was one of them as well. So that is great. I'll be putting a lot of that into my 5-year journal to decorate a lot of October, the end of September, and all of October, wherever they fit, because there's a ton of stuff already in there. This is 2 Disney sheets I've got here for you. I'm going back into parades at Disneyland starting on, I don't know, Monday? Is it the 14th? 13th? 10th? 11th? 12th? I think it's the 13th. Either way, I'll be back in November, so pretty soon. And I figured that every time I go back to Disney, I want to, you know, obviously document and journal all about it. So it's always good for me to have Disney sheets available. And obviously I love Disney. So there's a lot of stuff inspired by the wonderful world of. And these 2 kind of cover ground. I'm not sure if there's a theme overall. I don't think there is. There was just bunches of stuff that I found in my Art Journaling the Magic journals, or trips that I make into Disneyland and sketch, or even recently there's a tutorial on how to draw this mermaid over here from It's a Small World. I'll kind of go through the bits and pieces. These were lessons I did at Art Journaling the Magic, I think. And this was something I just did because I love the live action Cruella movie, so that's referencing that. Little baby Donald, some Tokyo Disney merchandise, and a little gelatoni. This is Charlotte from Princess and the Frog. This is from Virtual Voyage 7, that really, really mini cruise. Some Mickey and Minnie, just a random Mickey ears. Alice in Blue. This one's really old. Do you remember these? I think this was a digi-stamp once upon a time. This was, I think, a lesson. This was the stained glass, the Miguel that I did. We did the stained glass in Virtual Voyage 7, but I don't think I did Miguel. I think I did Pinocchio? What did we do? Princess and the Frog? Did I even do it? Maybe I didn't do it at all. I know I've also done this in Playtest Patreon 3. We did Wednesday Addams. Who did I do in this? It must have been Pinocchio. I think it was. Either way about it. I know I made a bunch of samples, and I think I sampled each of them, but in any case, that's there. And I put that in there because Steve just finished his run at a musical celebration of Coco, so I wanted to put that in my journal. Some goofies, some abstract goofies. Pinocchio, this was from Virtual Voyage 7 as well. Remember when we were doing the full page Traveler's Notebook spreads? I just love the format of like fitting something into a shape that it's not really supposed to fit in. So I don't know, I liked the kind of geometric nature of it. Miss Piggy, love. These were my sketches from that lesson that I was doing. Well, not a lesson, but it was kind of like a mini tutorial on YouTube a couple weeks ago. The Margaret Keane crossed with Mary Blair, It's a Small World, Big Eye, Waif kind of thing. We ended up doing the 1960s mermaids from It's a Small World, and she turned out really gorgeous, I think. So I put her in there. This is from Art Journaling the Magic. There's a very Art Journaling the Magic feel. This is what I think of every time I see Art Journaling the Magic. It's the patterns, the scribbles, the bright colors, the neon. So I'll make my little commemorative Art Journaling the Magic there. They just had a live retreat. I'm so jealous. I wish I could have gone. I had such a good time watching it unfold on the Insta stories, but unfortunately I was here performing, so I couldn't be in 2 places at once, but I was very, very jealous. I'm glad to hear that so many people had such a good time. Hopefully one day I'll get myself over to the Florida and have a great time with you all. This was Mochi, Alien Mochi from Tokyo Disney Sea, and a chicken nugget woman. I did this on my Disney cruise earlier this year, and the other day I had such an intense craving for a very specific type of chicken tender, and I'm telling you, it's all through the night. Like, I actually lost a bit of sleep over it, and I dropped Steve off in the morning, and I thought, I'm going straight to Raising Cane's. I'm going to see if they have it. Because I knew that I could get chicken tenders from elsewhere, but it was really hit and miss. And I've heard that Raising Cane's are really good. I've only had them once before, and I don't know. I was just like, oh, it's just a normal chicken tender. It was perfect. It was absolutely, you know, when you're just like craving something and then you get it and it was absolutely exactly what you wanted and needed. And I'm talking, this is like 9 o'clock in the morning and I was downing 6 chicken tenders, but I had such a craving. I think I might be pregnant. I've never felt cravings like that before. Anyway, so super random, but I thought this was absolutely perfect because I need to get this into my journal as well. And you know, this is why I love Collage Club, because you never know. Someone might actually need a chicken tender nugget woman with the ketchup, and I've got it. I've got it here for you. So those are the 2 Disney pages. Excuse me, my allergies are coming to play. I'll just wipe my nose quickly. And then we have a randoms page. When I say like a page, and I'm not titling them specifically, like this is all Disney stuff and it's kind of collected that way. This is random stuff. Sometimes I will theme the pages. You know, I've been telling you I gather all the pictures, all the illustrations, all the things I want to use into a big folder, or not folder, it's like actually a big file on Photoshop, so I can see it all laid out at once, and then I will pick things that are like themes. Like this one is all fairies. So even though there's some Disney here, there's other non-Disney things here, but the overall theme of that page when I was pulling things was anything fairy related. And this was anything random or miscellaneous. I thought it was going to be fashiony, but then I couldn't fill the whole page with that, so I chose some other random things. But yeah, this is random. A lot of it is kind of old as well. We've got some Art Snacks, Marge Simpsons here. Very fashionista. This is pretty old. This was pre-YouTube days. This was a face chart I think I did around... Oh, she got a Frida Kahlo brow. This must have been like 2017 or something. Pretty old. This one we did from She Leapt Off the Page. This was my sketch of Morgan when we did that one. That was the... Oh, what was it called? Star. A star. Star? She leapt off the page... Stars in her eyes? I've completely forgotten what that was called. But I made that veil with the stars around her eyes, the kind of ethereal looking thing. We did it up on the rooftop. I think there's even a video of this. I think I documented that video as well. It's so cute to look back on that stuff because that was the beginning of Steve and I kind of working together. And if you've seen Steve's Instagram lately, his photography Instagram, you've just seen how much he's grown and how like he's just really pushed himself to go all the way there. He actually has... Oh, I don't want to share his... I'm not going to spoil his secrets. Spoil? I'm not going to spoil his secrets. He can tell you. But he has some really good news. It's news you have to kind of wait for to, like, actually share. But, yeah, it's really great. I'm really proud of him. And I look back on those projects really fondly because Stella was also starting her makeup career then as well. And so just to know how far we've come since then and... You know, look back on it fondly. I mean, we'll all look at things we could have changed and done better, but I still have great fondness for all of those projects. This was a piece of acetate, actually, over a black paper. So this is all done with paint pen, and it's 2 layers, but you obviously can't really see it if you don't have the black paper under there. So just put that under there. An old digi stamp for a tag. Just put a little bit of writing in there, I guess. You could put a date in there or a title. A random head. This is not just such a random head, actually. This is the sketch that I used to base one of the stamps that I have. If you have the face-based stamp, that kind of random just head with the features placed in there was based off of this face and these proportions, which I wouldn't usually use now. These proportions are so different to what I would draw now, which I kind of like. I like to put it all in there and just see the growth in myself too. Not just Steve, who... I really want to share his secret. I can't believe I can't share it. Don't worry. You'll hear about it eventually. I've got my Xanadu. Love Xanadu. Love Olivia Newton-John. And this was an old page in 10 video. And a bit of a diva. All right. That's it. Random stuff. It really is just random. Here are the fairies. I think this one might be my favorite. Well, I got favorites on other pages, but I think this is my favorite page this month. I love a fairy. She is one of my absolute favorites. I just love the look of her. It's a very incomplete Tinkerbell. She doesn't even have her wings on. I don't know, the proportions, the face, everything about it just looks so cute to me. So I really, really love that. Should I be that... like, should I be that gracious about my own work? I just love it. I love it so much. Well, I do. I really do love it. I'm very proud of it. But... hopefully you enjoy it too. If not, don't worry. There's a ton of other things to look at. I was actually editing this backstage at work, and they were having such a hard time trying to figure out why things looked the way they did. They were like, what is that? Why is she smushed? Why is she so scary? I was like, oh yeah, it's weird to see this through other people's eyes that don't know what we're doing or don't follow along or don't do mixed media art or anything. And I mean, these are people that like also have an appreciation for it. It wasn't like they were reading me for filth or anything, but I think they were just trying to wrap their head around the concept of Collage Club. And it's also not something easy to explain to people that aren't in art journaling and, you know, don't know what ephemera is and how to use a silhouette machine. But eventually we got there, and they were very complimentary, so I appreciated that. But I guess there are some more experimental fairies on here. We've got these smushed page fairies, which were just paint blobs kind of smushed together. Those were just tests that I did. A lot of this is from Art Journaling the Magic lessons or prep for lessons when I'm experimenting and putting things together. I'm currently doing that for Merry Mixed Media, so I'm really in that like experimental phase right now. But yeah, this is all kind of fairies. This one had glitter on it, so you can see the eyes look kind of crazy. That's actually glitter. I tried to pick that up the best that I could. I think I actually took a photograph of this rather than scanned it so that I could get that glitter in there. This is a one-line contour portrait that I've colored in. I really like to color them in and finish them really funky ways. It's a very Art Journaling the Magic thing, the one-line contour portrait. This is an old stamp, little stamp and illustration. Teeny tiny little Tinkerbells. These are very based off of Mary Blair. If you've seen some of her work, earlier concept art with Alice in Wonderland, this is where these kind of very triangle torso, big leg kind of aesthetic comes from. Very Mary Blair. This was from Virtual Voyage 7. It was actually one of my, again, Mary Blair inspired Tiana drawings, but I turned it from green to orange for some reason. I just really loved the orange. This is originally green, greenish, yellowish, but yeah, loved it in orange. Orange isn't a color I use too often, and thought it added just a nice bit of extra because I got so many green from the Tinkerbells. I love Tinkerbell. She's like a really angry fairy, which is very much like me. So I figured I'd give one green dress a rest and make it orange. And this is a little, I think I did this inspired by Savannah, little Hootie Belle. But she's got more hair than Hootie had at that age. Hootie Belle, Savannah, is my niece, just for those who don't know. And that's it. Oh, these were from Art Journaling the Magic. We did a Fairies one year. I can't even remember when that was. 2021? I think it was 2021. And one of the teacher gifts I gave, or a printable or a download or something, was a bunch of these blank kind of fairies. Were they fairies? Yeah, they were fairies. And then we would decorate each of them based on the lesson that we did. And these were just a couple that I did. I think this was based off of the dango that I did, the matcha, the strawberry, and the white. So those were the color schemes. I was really just pulling color palettes from the lesson, and then we would add a little fairy there. But I liked those two, so I put those in. And that's all. That's page 5. Page 4. I think this is page 3. I think that's 2. And I think that's 1. But that's everything. Hope you've had a good time looking through that today. I will just remind you one more time. Get your suggestions in the comments below for Christmas or December, because some of you may not celebrate Christmas. I'll be putting Christmas in there just because I love Christmas, and I'll be sure to find all my favorite Christmas things to put in. But I will be working very hard and diligently to get all your suggestions in there as much as I possibly can. So, get it all in there. It does not have to be Christmas related, like I said. If it's anything too crazy, like anything that I just would never draw, I'll think about it. If someone says just draw a page of hands, that's really just not going to happen. But maybe I've done it once before. I did like half a sticker sheet of hands and witches' heads, but the hands were holding wands, and it took me such a long time. I'll probably just reuse those hands if you asked for it. Anyway, I had a great time putting all these sheets together. I can't wait to see what you suggest for December. Just some random information. If you're already a part of Collage Club, you already know all this, so you can go now. See you later. Have a wonderful time. For anyone that's not a part of Collage Club, it is $5 per month. It is at minimum 5 US letter size printables of artwork. You do have a limited use license to use these in items that you make and sell on like handmade items and stuff. I think it's up to 100 units. Just check in the Collage Club intro. There's a whole bunch of information there that you can look at. You can actually see the 3 years of back catalogs as well. So if you've missed anything, all the old sets go from Teachable onto Etsy. We only ever rotate 4 months at a time. So if you join right now, you'll have November, October, September, August. You'll have those 4 months. And then when we go to December, August will rotate out, and then you'll have September, October, November, December. So it's always 4 months running at any given time. It's $5 again per month. And then if I ever do silhouette print and cut files like these, see they have the registration marks up here, I put those in there as well. I mean, they only really help people who have a silhouette cutting machine, but you can print them on sticker paper and send them to your silhouette, and they will print. You can print them on your computer and cut them on your silhouette, and that makes all of my ephemera sheets, all my printables, they makes them sticker sheets, which I have found the easiest way to use the most amount of the collage sheets. It's a lot, it's 5. I always suggest that people just save them to your computer so you have them for the future. Have your little back catalog. You can even print out the back catalog pages because those are on Collage Club as well. They'll show you which month was which in case you need a quick reference, or just reference it on Teachable. But I always suggest to download them, keep them on your computer or your hard drive, and then just print what you need as you need it. I keep mine in these folders. I have to remember to put this page on here. I think someone asked for this and I think I forgot. I'm gonna try and remember to do that. Sorry if you asked for it, and sorry if I haven't done it. I can't actually remember if I've done it or not, but that just popped in my head. This is the glossy paper. You can see I've only used one thing from this page. This is a relatively new page. I did have all of these sorted, but I go through so much. Like, look, that's almost finished. Oh, look, there's the Dungo keychain. See? The color palette with the fairy. It's all coming together now, isn't it? See, I wasn't lying. Things like this, I mean, you don't go through these super quickly. So I've got 3 years worth of collage sheets at this point, and a lot of them have been used. When they get finished, so that's one. None of these are in order, by the way. Oh, this is another recent folder. Look how many, there's just nothing left on some of these pages. And some of them are almost full. Like that, completely full. I want to use this all on 1 month, though. I think I'm going to... I wanted to put it in my 5-year journal, but I don't think it's going to fit. The numbers are too big. I think I might put them in my planner. This is where all of the old pages go to die. So you can see there's a bunch of sticker sheets that have all been weeded out. I'll take all of the paper off, so I'll just be left with this glossy surface, and then stick them back to back, fold them over, cut them up, staple them together, and what I'm left with is... Let me get it for you. Sorry, it's down here. A sticker book. Oh look, here's some of the Collage Club stuff in here. These must have just been random one pieces from pages. So you can see they've still got all the cut lines, you can kind of see them, but it still functions as a sticker release book. And this is a great way to travel with them, or to just use up, like if there was just these two and I just wanted to get rid of the page because, you know, I've got a new set coming in, I'll just pop a couple of them in here. And yeah, I mean, it's just easy to kind of reference all of this. If there's a bunch of themes in here as well, like maybe I wanted to make a holiday sticker book, I could put all my Christmas and Halloween and, you know, whatever holiday ones I had in here. But that's how I recycle everything. Nothing goes to waste. Even the weeded part of this, I usually put in my trash garbage jumbo journal. So I really don't waste anything. It's a nice full life cycle we've got over here with Collage Club. But those are my 3 folders for that. This is November 2023. I got to go because my allergies are going to kill me and I don't want to be on screen for that. So have a wonderful whatever day you have, weekend, day, holiday, Christmas. I don't know what it is for you, but have a lovely day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.